Hi, Ma. Very warm good morning. So, in this session, we are dealing with the CA Inter Paper 5, that is Auditing and Ethics. So, myself, Subhash, and I'm here to teach you auditing. Okay, and I secured All India rank 17. So, now the very way is entirely different. The way I'm teaching is entirely different. I'll be going with a very fun. So, auditing, you need not at all trouble and all. So, I'm giving an assurance. Okay, now so basically, these are the topics we are having. The very first topic is nature and objectives and scope of audit. That is the first topic. Okay. And the second topic is audit strategy, audit planning, and audit program. Okay. And the third topic is risk assessment and internal controls. Okay. And the fourth topic is audit evidence. Okay. So fifth topic, audit of items of financial items, financial statements. Okay. And next sixth one is what audit documentation. Okay. Sir, the seventh topic is what, ma? Completion and review. Sir, eighth topic is nothing but audit report. Okay. Sir, ninth topic is nothing but special features of audit of different types of entities. Okay. Last but one, that is audit of banks. And the last one is ethics and terms of audit engagement. Okay. So these are the total 11 topics ma at inter level. Okay. That to see inter level. Next. Sir, while I'm teaching audit and all, foremost thing is that I will go with the basic fundamentals. If you are clear with the basic fundamentals and all, then next all the topics will be very easy. So first we should deal with the basic fundamentals, ma'am. So the basic fundamentals will be in the way I am discussing will be very funny. So you listen, you can enjoy the class. Okay. Now, so this is a person. He is having a question mark in his hand, and even he's having a question mark in his mind also. Okay. So normally, you being upcoming auditors, the very thing is that you should be having questioning. Okay. What type of questioning? You need to question you, and you need to question the others also. You need to question yourself, and you need to question others. That is a basic prima facie thing. Okay. Then auditor. Next, sir, there is one more quotation. Fact is that love is lie. Okay. What is that meaning, sir? What is the meaning of this statement, sir? Fact is love is a lie. What is this and all? I will tell at last month. Okay. And also there are two A's. Okay. These two are most important. Fact is that love is lie, and there are two A's. Okay. Now let us go into the subject. This is a real life subject. Normally, the best real life subject is audit. Okay. In audit, you can cover all the subjects. Okay, you need the all-round knowledge of CA inter subjects, then you can do best auditing. Okay, so next, so let us start our race, shall we? Yes, ma. Now, sir, on one fine day, that is on 4th April, so husband gave 70,000 to a wife. Okay, so normally in every family this happens. Okay, in the first week of every month, the salary will be created, and the guy will be giving the salary to the home minister who will take the responsibility of entire home. That's the basic thing. Okay. The same thing has happened here. Later, what has happened, ma? Next, very next, that is within on 7th April, immediately these things happen. Okay. Evandi 5k kawali, or else G 5k chahiye, or I need 5k. This is a statement given by wife to husband. Okay. Sir, on the 4th April, I gave 70k, and on the 7th April, my wife is asking again 5,000. Now, if I am in that position, I will get anger basically because 70k is given now. Now again she's asking for 5k with a very short span of time. Okay. So I will be shocked first. What happened, ma? Entire 70,000 where it has gone? What you have done? And again after that I will definitely get anger and I will scream at her. Okay, and I will shout at her. Okay. But however, she will use some sort of bills to me. Then I will be cool and I will keep silence. Okay. So next, sir, you being the CA students, okay, for every month beginning, your father will be giving some sort of amount. It may be for payment of fees and all the hostel fees or college fees or examination fees. These things are common. Okay, so normally the month beginning you may be paying payment of college fees or exam fees and hostel fees. These things are common. But when you are going further, and you are in requirement of money again, if you are asking, your father may be getting a doubt. You might have gone to movie, or you might have gone for lunch or a dinner. These things are unnecessary things, so your father may be getting these things in mind. Okay, I gave the kid some amount as for the sake of fees and all, but He's asking evidently some more money. What might have he has done? He may be getting anger because of some doubts and all. Finally, he may say, okay, you might have gone for a drive, that a long drive. Okay, so he will definitely scream at you, basically. Okay, but however, in the next case, he will become silent. Why? Because for the sake of payment of fees, you are having a fees receipt, and while paying the examination and all, you are having examination fees, there is a receipt and all, and these things are being produced by you to your father. Then again, your father will be staying calm. Okay, my kid is genuine, he has not done anything wrong. Okay, these things are happening in both the cases. Okay, my friend, your case, you're in the sense you're a kid. Okay, in your case also same thing is happening. If you go further, okay, even in the real business world also, when they are doing their business, at the end they need to get some information. What is the amount spent there, how much is the amount collected there, they need some sort of basic information, okay. So amount collected should be known to the actual owner. For that they will do some process. Even in the case of Walmart, okay, if you go with the Walmart also, same thing will happen. Okay, they need to know the record, they need to know the information, what are the cash receipts they are getting, what is the amount spent, and all these things they want to know. Okay, if you go further, okay, so every entity, whether profit oriented or not, has to maintain certain books of accounts because of these reasons, because they want to know the information, what is received, what is spent. Okay, these things both received and spent should be recorded in some books of accounts. Okay, so now what is meant by books of accounts? The first most definition I'm dealing is what ma books of accounts. Sir, books of accounts is very important. Okay, so what is books of accounts, sir? We see the answer is this picture. Okay, it includes journals and ledgers. Okay, it includes what ma both journals and ledgers. Now, sir, what is the uses of these books of accounts? There is something is done, that is nothing but financial statements. Okay, so how they are done? The connection is nothing but like this, ma. By using the books of accounts, we are preparing what ma financial statements. What will be forming part of financial statements? Let us see that part ma. Income statement, cash flow statement, statement of change in equity, and balance sheet. These are the basic fundamental financial statements. Okay, these are prepared on which basis? See there. So using these books of accounts, I am preparing what ma my financial statements. Okay. Now, sir, how they are prepared? That is most important. See, first we need what, buddy? Basic is a document. That is something but invoice. We need what, ma? We need invoice. We need the very first fundamental part is invoice. Okay. With using this invoice, we enter this invoice details into journals. From the journals, we prepare ledgers, and from the ledgers, we go with the trail balance. And there, from the trail balance, if it is balanced and if it is tallied, we go with what ma financial statements. Okay, so see the process, ma. First, we are going with what ma transactions. Information is entered into. That is nothing but we are having invoices, and the invoices are entered to journals. From the journals, we are preparing what ma ledgers. From the ledgers, we are going with the trail balance. And from the trail balance, if it is balanced and if it is tallied, what we are preparing ma financial statements. Okay, is it clear? Next, sir, what is order? It is very important because this is a basic fundamental thing. First, you must be having the clarity regarding the what is the order. First, what is the first one? Journal is the first one. But for that, what is the base? Invoice. That is the invoice. Whatever document given you are having. For example, you are purchasing some sort of snack items to some shop. They are giving some invoice now. That is the base. Okay. So invoice, then journal, ledger, trail balance, financial statements. Okay, this is the order. Next, sir, I'm representing entire thing in the form of a chart ma. First, we are having transaction information, that is from the invoices and all. We are entering them into what ma? Into the journals. From the journals, we are going with what ma? Ledgers. Okay. From the ledgers, if everything is perfect, then we are going with the trail balance. From the trail balance, we are going with what ma? Financial statements. Sir, financial statements includes what ma? Manufacturing account, trading account, P&L account, balance sheet, and cash flow statement, statement of change equity. Okay, these are things. But and these financial statements are prepared when at the year end. Okay, that is nothing but at the end of the financial year. Sir, journals are also having three names. What are those? Book of prime entry, book of original entry, or first entry. Okay, these are the alternate names for. These are transaction flow. from the starting point to the ending point. Okay. Next, if you go further, what is the need of maintaining books of accounts? That is also important. So whatever we are learning are the basic fundamentals for entire audit. The first where we started ma, okay, A and A I said, and something like fact is that love is a lie I said. Then I slowly entered. So for example, slowly we are entered into the process, and I gave an example, wife and husband, okay, and you and your father, and even a business wants to maintain some sort of information. That these records, for example, wife gave some sort of documents to husband, and you gave to some documents to your father. These are some sort of books of accounts for you. For organization, the books of accounts are clear. Okay, now, so from the books of accounts, we are preparing what my financial statements. There is a flow of the things and all I mentioned. Now, what is the need of maintaining these books of accounts? Okay, sir, for a small business, the number of transactions is very less. But if you go with a bigger business, because of LPG, what is LPG, ma? Liberalization, privatization, globalization. Because of this, the gates are opened. A number of organizations are entering into our nation. Now we are welcoming to whom business is becoming bigger, biggest, and the biggest. Okay, as it is becoming bigger and biggest, now the transactions are not in thousands, they are lakhs and crores. Okay, per each day they may be entering into crores of transactions. Okay, so transactions are crores. Okay, and even for example, sir, no issue, sir. I'm having big memory, but even though you're having big memory, they are not in thousands, they are in crores. When the transactions are in crores, how can you, how can you remember them? They become gajani. Okay, so to prevent this issue, because as the transactions are in crores, we may forget to record some transactions, so it is better to record them in the books of accounts as and when they are incurring. Okay, the past the business transactions are way less, but I have explained the same thing. Now they can be easily remembered, so no need of books of accounts in the olden days. But now the entities are entering into how many transactions? Lakhs or crores of transactions in each day. GPay, Google Pay, Phone Pay. Okay, these things are there. Okay, and now a number of mode of payments are done. Both cash it is there, and also online transactions are there. Okay, a number of transactions, even crores per day. They may enter into crore, 1 crore transactions. Can we remember those same transactions? We may forget few. Okay, so it is risky for us. Okay, now so it is highly impossible for us to remember this. Then there is a need of what to maintenance of books of accounts. As and when a transaction is incurred, we are entering into them into books of accounts. Okay, is it clear? If it is clear, we record them in the books of accounts as and when they are incurred. That's the basic part. Is it clear, Matil now? If it is clear, sir, what is the need of financial statements? Sir, books of accounts you are maintaining because we are entering into crores of transactions. So as it is impossible for us to remember them, we are entering into books of accounts. Okay, what is the need of financial statements, ma? What is the need of financial statements? There are some guys who are very important. Who are those guys, ma? They are known as users of financial statements. I mentioned in a different symbols. Do not confuse. This is nothing but users. This is what ma U S E R again is users. Okay. So just for fun. So who are the users of financial statements prepared by organization at the year end? Can you guess who are the users, ma? Basically, first, I have the company and I am also one user. So this is management is one user. Sir, management is running with the help of employees. Even employees are also users. Okay, these are the two basic users. Next, sir, our organization is running. Okay, is making manufacturing and all by purchasing the raw material from the creators. So creators are one users. Is it clear, ma? Creators also one users. So these are the few users. Sir, if for example a prospective investor, okay, he may be planning either to invest or not to invest. Even that guy is a user. Sir, some other guys are also there. Who are those guys? Government is also a user. Okay, so how they are using information and all that is financial statements and all we shall see once. The books of accounts is the first part. From them we are preparing what financial statements. Books of accounts are prepared because cannot remember all the transactions. We need books of accounts. Sir, from them what we are using financial statements. They are summary of entire books of accounts. Entire books of accounts are n number of books of accounts. For them it is a summary. This summary is used by whom? Users. Who are the users, ma? Let us see them. First, SPI BMWS. It is a mnemonic code for you to remember. Okay. So let us go by one. What is this mnemonic code and all? We shall see. The very first user is management. Sir, for a management, this is most important. Listen, ma. Sir, I am giving with the practical examples and also be very good to you. Okay. If you are going with these practical examples and all, it will be very fine. Sir, first for management, if the organization is having a profit of 20 lakhs, okay, they will continue the business. Sir, if they are having a loss of 20 lakhs, will they continue? They will not continue. For management point of view, they want profits basically. For a normal way, they need profits. So if they are earning profits, they will continue. If they are not earning profits, that is losses, they will shut down the business. So these profits are caught or picked from which part, ma? Financial statements. What are those financial statements? Either income statement or a P&L account. From this, we are getting a summary, profit or loss. If I'm getting a profit, I'll continue the business. If I'm not getting the profit, I'll shut down the business. So management, is it clear? Okay, next user. Who is the next user, ma? Shareholders. So for shareholders, what is important, ma? Dividend or capital appreciation. Sir, you are investing your funds in some company, and if they are giving a dividend at right intervals, you will feel happy. You will fix for continuing them. You will hold them. And if a share value is also increasing, you feel again happy. Okay. So these two things are important for you. Okay. So say for examples, so I bought shares of a Subhash Limited on so and so date, and there hum farvatam 5 lakhs. It's about 5 lakhs. And how many shares? 1 lakh shares at the rate of 5 rupees each. Okay. Now, Subhash Limited had a huge profit basically. Okay. And declared a dividend of 2 rupees on each share. They declared a dividend, and also the market value increased to 50. Sir, now if I am an investor, I am having two benefits. One benefit is dividend, and the other benefit is what, ma? Capital appreciation. So these two are good for me. So definitely I'll hold the shares. Okay, I will not sell the shares. Okay, now continue to hold. If in the same scenario, if the Subhash company is having losses, Subhash Limited is having what, ma? Losses. They suffered loss and they are also not declaring dividend. In the loss scenario, how can they declare dividend, ma? It's not possible. And the market value from 5 rupees to it got down to 2 rupees. Definitely, what action will be taken by me? I will fix for selling the shares because I may feel that if I hold them till further and all, then price may get down still down to some 1 rupee and all. I may suffer huge losses. So to decrease my losses immediately, I may take an action to sell them immediately. So this is the action taken by whom? A shareholder. Whether to hold or to sell them. That is the option. Okay. So this information, from where are we getting a profit again? Which is the point? Sir, dividend. Sir, dividend. From the dividend, where we are giving the dividend? From the profit part. Okay. And capital appreciation. Okay. These things are getting from the financial statements. Even there is a point called EPS, earning per share. This is also important. Okay. In FM, you might have gone through topics like EPS and all. So EPS is also important. This information we are getting from the financial statements. Okay. So next, what is next time? A prospective investor. Sir, he has not invested in our company. He is planning to invest. What is he planning, ma? He is planning to invest in our business. Okay. So when he is planning to invest in the business, he will fix for a few things. What are those things, ma? Whether to invest or not to invest. These decisions are taken on what basis? Okay, sir, I need certain informations. What are those informations, ma? Profitability of entities operations, and also information about board of directors, and also payment about dividend. These informations I'm getting from what, ma? Financial statement. Okay, now this is regarding prospective investor. Sir, if he's feeling very well, profitability is nice. If he's feeling that profitability is superb, then he will do what, ma? He will invest it. So if he's feeling that the past trend of the profitability is very bad, and EPS is also getting reduced. Okay, there is a EPS when compared to years, past year EPS and current year EPS when they compare, it is very less. Okay, then definitely you will not fix for investing in this company. Okay, that's the point. Next, ma, the fourth user is banks. Bank's main criteria. What is bank's main business, ma? To grant a loan or not to grant. Okay. So based on your financial performance, sir, if a normal person approaches a bank for loan, they are asking the 6-month statement, past 6-month statement based on the, if they are having salary credited to appropriate intervals, they will make the payment of, they will give the loan and all. And if you're an organization, they may ask for last 3 years financials. Okay, based on that, they will make some sort of calculations and they'll analyze it whether to grant loan or not to grant loan. Okay, sir, your financials are playing a key role to grant loan or not to grant loan. So, Siddharth, they use the financial statements to assess the repayment capability. Sir, bank gave a loan, then what is the scenario, ma? If the bank is not getting the amount repaid, then it's a risk to us. Okay, so to save them from the risk and all, they will make the analysis on the financial statements. They will analyze it. If they get a clarity, then it will be done. Okay, so grant loan by accepting the loan application or not to grant loan by rejecting the loan application. That's the case. So from the financial statements, they got information that my entity, that is Subhash Limited, is earning what ma a good amount of profits. Okay, loan application is for 3 crores and the profit per annum is 3 crores. Sir, will we sanction the loan or not? Loan application is for 5 crores and the profit per annum is 3 crores. Per annum is having 3 crores profit. So definitely, if loan amount of 5 crores, if it is having some sort of EMA, it can be definitely covered. There is no issue at all. But however, see the part. Loan application is for 5 crores and my profit per annum is 3 lakhs. Is it risky or not? Bank cannot sanction in this case because the risk is increasing further. Okay. So see the scenario. Sir, even bank is using what our financials. Okay. So users still know what we have gone through. The very first user is that nothing but management. If it is a profitability, they will continue their business. They will go on a going concern basis. So if they are earning, if they are getting losses, that to continuously, they'll go for shutdown in the business. And these things are got from, we are getting this information from financials. Okay. And next, shareholders also, whether to hold the or to sell. Okay, whether to continue to hold or to sell. Next, what method? Prospective investor, whether to invest in our company or not. He is not an investor, he is planning to invest. That is why I mentioned the prospective investor. Okay, in the future he may become investor. Okay, next, who is the fourth guy? Banks. For the banks, main thing is that whether to sanction the loan or not to sanction the loan. This is the most important part. Okay, and next, for suppliers, what is this case, whether they should supply the raw material on credit basis or not. Because if they are supplying on credit basis and if we are in a position to repay, they are fine and we are also fine. We'll be happy and they will be happy. But our credit worthiness is not well. Okay, then automatically, even if they are supplying, they will not get the amount. It is risky for them. So for this case, what they will do, they use the financial statements whether raw material can be supplied or not, that too on credit or on cash basis. Sir, what are the ratios they are using, ma? They may go with a gross profit ratio, net profit ratio, current ratio, stock turnover ratio, data turnover ratio. They are using this to make some sort of analysis. Ratio is nothing but comparison between two values. By these values, they may assess us whether are we having credit worthiness or repayment capability or not. Okay. For example, there is a current ratio that is 1:3. Is it good? Or current ratio 5:1, which is good. Or 1:3 or 5:1. 5:1 is better because for 1 rupee liability, we are having 5 rupees to repay this one. So in the first case, for 3 rupees liability, we are having only 1 rupee. It's risky, na? Okay. So they may make some sort of analysis. So for them also, for making analysis, what is required, ma? Again, financial statements. Okay. Next, sir, workers, whether their right share is received or not in the form of bonus, gratuity, PF, and all. Okay. See now, they use financial statements to know whether right share has been paid to them or not. Okay, so for because they're getting salary now, sir. What is the requirement of right share and all? In reality, they should get the right share. Like for example, bonus, provident fund, gratuity. These things should be paid for them because of them, our organization is surviving. Okay, just we are giving a small part to them. It is not appropriate. Okay, to make the workers happy, to make them feel that the organization is there, an organization is belonging to them, the organization is for them, should get some sort of things. Okay, so if the organization is not working well, so automatically they will not get this extra amount and all. By seeing the financials, they will stay calm. But if the reality is that they are getting profits, huge profits, and they are not giving any amount to them, they will get anger. Is the case. Is it clear, ma? See, they may stay calm or fight with the company in the form of strikes. Okay. Next. Sir, can I summarize these users, ma? The very first user is whom, ma? Management. whether to continue business or shut down the business. For a shareholder to hold the shares or to sell the shares. And what about prospective investors, ma? To buy or not to buy? For banks or financial institutions, grant loan or reject loan. And what about supplies? To credit basis, can we supply the raw material credit basis or not? These are things. Okay. So these are summary of users. Okay, users are really having the use of financial statements. By using the financial statements, they are very staying very happy. Okay, is it clear, ma? If it is clear, shall go with the other part. Next, sir. One second. Please make it see. Sir, no. Sir, the decisions taken by the users are based on what, ma? Financial statements. So they are, if they are correct, the decisions taken by me will be correct. If the financial statements which I use are having some sort of things that is wrong, they are wrongly drafted, then our decisions taken will be incorrect. So let us go with them. Sir, management is using the financial statements. The information actually is a profit, but ash is shown as a loss. Then, even if a good company, what decision their management will take? Shut down. Okay, a prospective investor. Okay, he is making some sort of analysis, but the financial statements which he is using are not appropriate, not correct. They are wrong. Then the decision taken by him will be wrong. He should might have invested in this company, but because of wrong financial statements, he is not in a position to invest. Bank, the application made is perfect application. Okay, but the financial statements which are wrongly drafted are showing improper information, then automatically they will not sanction the loan, they will reject the loan, and the organization may not be working well. Maybe lack of funds. Okay, so now let us go with first, why the financial statements are wrongly prepared. That is important. Okay, sir, because if they are prepared wrongly, then automatically the relations are getting affected. Now the question is that what is the requirement of that some wrong should be present? What is the reason? The reason can be either fraud or error. Either fraud or error. At your CA foundation level, you might have gone through a fraud. What is that fraud? Intentional misstatements or intentionally, or we are mentioning some misstatements in the financial statements. See the what, ma? When the financial statements are incorrectly or wrongly prepared to cheat whom, users, that too intentionally, or intentional misstatements in financial statements. So read the definition of fraud, ma. When the financial statements are incorrectly or wrongly prepared to cheat whom? To the users. Okay. And here they are doing it intentionally, or simple meaning is what, ma? Intentional misstatements in financial statements. That is fraud. Then what about error? It is nothing but it is intentional, it is unintentional. That's the only difference. Okay. But however, whether it is financial statements are having fraud or error, the impact is same. They are wrongly drafted. That's the point. Okay. So whether they are having errors or whether they are having fraud, the end scenario, that is about end consequence is same. Okay. Now, what are misstatements? So we have seen the word misstatements. What is it? Intentional misstatements. Okay. Now, what is the meaning of misstatements is important. So these are very basic fundamentals. During your entire journey, these terms will be appearing at one or the other time. Okay. So now itself, when we are going with the beginning classes, you'll be perfect with these terms. They are really important. They are really playing a crucial role. Okay. Now, what are misstatements? Okay. The following are the results for misstatements. What is the first one? Omission. Next one, wrong statement. Let us go with omission. What is it? Omission means. Omission means what, ma? Intentionally not recording a transaction. Intentionally not recording a transaction. Sir, what is the transaction? The sale transaction. We incurred 5 crore, but we have not recorded the transaction in books of accounts. That is the case. Next, what, ma? A transaction was wrongly recorded. What is that, ma? We have incurred a 5 crore sales, but we have recorded actually how much, ma? 5 lakhs. Sir, here we made sales of 5 crores, but we haven't recorded at all. But here we made a sales of 5 crores, but we recorded wrongly as what, ma? 5 lakhs. Okay, is it clear? Is it clear, ma? Misstatement is because of two things. That is, one is omission or a wrong statements. Omission, we forgot the transaction at all fully. Okay, omission, commission, these are the errors you are having in at your fundamental foundation level and all. Okay, and next, wrong statement, wrongly stating. Okay, 5 crores is the amount incurred, but how much we are stating? 5 lakhs. That's the case. Next, next, sir. So these are the things like what are the misstatement and all. But what is the reason for fraud and who can do the fraud? That is also important. Okay, because of fraud, our financial statements are what misstated or wrongly stated. Okay, so let us go with this. Sir, normally categories of fraud are two categories. That is fraud by employees, fraud by management. This is very important, ma'am. So really, I'm going with the detailed topics. You must be listening perfectly. So starting what we have gone through, ma. First basic fundamentals. I gave a brief idea. Example has been given. Books of accounts, then financial statements. So how they are drafted, whether who and who, what is important for financial books of accounts because we cannot remember, and what is importance of financial statements, ma. The things is that users. How many users are there, ma? Management. Next, ma. Shareholders, prospective investors, workers, government. Government is not mentioned. Basically, they are getting tax and all. Okay. These are the users. Okay. They make use. And sir, if the users are using the financial statements and if they are wrongly stated, then automatically the decisions taken by them will be wrong. Okay. Sir, what is the reason for chances were wrong? It can be either fraud or error. Okay. So there were nothing but misstatements. Misstatements can be because of what ma? Either omission or what ma? Omission or what? See that point. Omission or wrong statement. So omission we forgot entire transaction. Wrong statement we wrongly stated it. Okay. Next, what is fraud? So fraud is known to you that is intentionally we are making some sort of misstatements. But who can do fraud ma? Either employee can do or management can do. Both can involve fraud. Sometimes both together can combinedly involve in fraud. Okay, there can be scenarios. But here you see my first employee fraud. Sir, how can be an employee fraud? Basically, employee involves in fraud when the salary is not sufficient or if he's having some sort of financial issues. Okay, but it is not appropriate. So that and all I keep it aside. But what are the ways he is using? The very first one is what cash defalcation, and next one is assets misapplication. These are two ways. What is the first one? Cash defalcation and assets misappropriation. Let us go with them. That is nothing but salary is not sufficient, so he's doing fraud. Okay. Let us go with the first one. What is the first part of employee fraud? It is cash defalcation. Nothing but defalcation of a cash. Okay. See, if the cash is defalcated by any one of the following ways, the very first way is what suppression of cash receipts. Sir, I received 10 lakhs amount, but I'm recording only 5 lakhs. Is it clear? Let us go with example. Okay. Now, sir, I am giving different terms. In reality, uh, they may be used or they may be having different alternative plans, but your fund at your basic level, I'm going with this basic. Okay, what is the first one? Suppression of cash receipts. Okay, sir, normally the sales made is how much? 10,000 is the sales made, and we issued the invoice but recorded in the books of accounts for 5,000. How this can be done? Basically, when we are going with the normal books of accounts, this is happening there. Even now, some organizations are also maintaining books of accounts. Okay, sir, when they are maintaining books of accounts in a hard copy form, this will happen. What is this case, ma? Sir, there is sales of 10,000 and I'm issuing invoice of 10,000. But while issuing invoice, there will be basically three copies. Okay, so normally I'll go with a basic example, two copies. You fix for two copies. Okay, one is the original copy and other is a carbon copy. And carbon paper is placed between these two papers. Okay, now we enter on the original paper. This paper will be given to whom, or this invoice will be given to the customer. And the other part, that is carbon copy, which is generated there, we hold for them, for us, for the sake of recording and all, we hold it. But I recorded, but I didn't place the carbon copy. Now, while I'm writing, there won't be any projection on the paper, on the carbon paper. Okay. Now I will tear it and I will give to the customer. He will feel happy. Okay. I made a payment of 10,000 and I purchased goods for 10,000. I got invoice. He will feel happy and he'll leave the organization. But in reality, next when he is leaving, what we'll do, we'll keep the paper and we write it on it. Okay. So there's a way of doing some sort of fraud. Okay. Next. This is then another thing basically may happen. Okay. Sir, in reality, employee can do fraud in a number of ways, but I'm going with this things like fun because as these are starting classes, I don't want you to feel like, oh, sir, what is this, sir, and all. Be cool, enjoy peacefully, listen the class. Okay, sir. Normally, shift off. This belongs to owner, and this belongs to me. Sir, owner left for lunch. Okay, during that time, I'm changing that one. Okay, and he may answer, anything sales are done. I would answer, none came to shop. Then automatically, whatever amount during this cap has been transferred to through this one will be to me. Even then, I can go with the amount. Okay, see, same mission till lunch, but after my mission after lunch till he comes there. Okay, next, and automatically we will not record those things. We will eat now. Next. Sir, affect what ma? Cash loss and the same will affect financial statements. Sir, these whatever, for example, in the first case, how much is the amount about 10,000? How much is the recorded books of accounts 5,000? Sir, these are the statements. Even though they recorded 5,000 and they missed 5,000, is it affecting or not? You may be feeling, sir, only 5,000. But in reality, the employee is doing this transaction not just once more, he has done for 1,000 times. Okay, now the amount is becoming bigger. If you're seeing a transaction individually, it may be very minute amount for organization. But if you see it a group together, it is a material amount. Okay, what is material amount? Material and all we shall see in the next future. Okay, next. So what is next one more? So how suppression of cash receipts are affected? Sir, we suppress the cash receipts now. How they are affecting the financial statements? That we shall see. First, I haven't recorded the cash transaction in full. Next, what will happen, ma? Company's cash transactions are less. Okay, automatically. It is affecting what, ma? Sales. Their sale transaction invoice is given, but in the books of accounts are recorded only for 5,000. Okay, sales are decreasing, then it shows it is having impact on what, ma? Profit. So our financial statements are affected or not? Affected. Sir, if the amount is material, it affects us definitely. Sir, if the amount is a metal, no metal impact. So, for example, there is just 500 rupees suppression during the entire year. There is no issue at all. Basically, the decision taken by us will not be that much deviating from the actual decisions. Okay? No. Sir, okay, it affects the financial. So what? So what, ma? We will be loss. We will be having loss. These six users, they will suffer. Cost management. Okay, there is suppression of cash receipts, sales are reduced, so there is a loss, there is a loss, there is a loss, there is a loss. Because of loss, what will happen, ma? They will shut down the business. Okay, same with the case of other guys also, the same thing will happen. It is very risky to them. Okay, now what is next one, ma? Inflation of cash payments. So the previous one is suppression and this is inflation. Okay, so for example, let us go with a fun example. Sir, there is a client. We need to take him to our site. Okay, so that he will observe the site and all, and he may, if he is accepting it, he may give some sort of business to us. So, paid using through online, how much more? 500. Okay, that too through Rapido. Normally, I have done these things, but what I'm saying, I'm telling ma, sir, during that time, none accepted the ride. Because of that, the client is waiting. So I asked some cab driver, random driver, to pick us. And he charged how much, sir? 1,500. Here, how much I increased, ma? 1,000 I increased. 1,000 is kept in my pocket. My pocket is increasing. Okay, and who is getting affected? Organization is getting affected. Okay, is it clear, ma? If it is clear, see the case. Actual amount incurred is 500, but I recorded 1,500 and I ate how much, ma? 1,000 rupees. Is it correct? No. Okay, so next. And in this case, what is the transaction we are recording, ma? Payment made. For example, expenditure to cash, 1,500. Okay, we have mentioned in the form of cash. Okay, so if we feel so, actually paid online. If you are represented through online and all, it will be no use. So I will tell that, sir, I made a payment of cash. Then automatically I will be safe. Okay, so what transaction will make, ma? Bank account data to, sorry, expenditure account data to bank. That's the case. Next, what is the next case, ma? So next case is that immediate requirement of extra labor. Okay, so normally our organization doesn't require any labor, but I am asking for labor. Okay, now how much is the requirement? Paid for 5 workers, 500 each in cash, but I'm recording for how much more? 10 workers, extra 5 workers, and that 2,000 each. I'm telling, again, I'm eating again. So normally payment of salaries or some expenditure should be recorded for basically for 5. But for how many members I'm recording? For 10 members I'm recording. As I'm recording for 10 members, automatically what will be happening? My payments are more. My payments are more. P&L account is having more amount of expenditure. When more amount of expenditure is there, what is the scenario? Profit will be less, or sometimes there can be a loss. What management will think, ma? Sir, we are not properly managing the organizations. It is better for us to shut down the business. Is it right? It is not at all right. Even in the case of prospective investor also, by seeing these financials, as there is a loss, he may take inappropriate decision. But actually, is there loss? Ma? This guy ate money, the organization worked well, but because of this dirty fellow, that is employee, because of his fraud and all, we are suffering. Definitely for this, he will pass a transaction and it will increase the expenditure part. Okay, next. So, for example, I've gone to a fuel station and all, and I filled fuel. Okay, how many liters, ma? 100 liters. But how much I required, ma? 120 liters, extra 20. Sir, effect is what, ma? Same thing. We lost the cash, and same will affect the financial statements. That is a basic common thing. So, if these financial statements are wrong as of now, because fraud is done, that's wrong. By using these wrong statements, we have taken decisions, and these decisions are wrong. Okay. Now, sir, how inflation of cash payments will affect that? I will give a chart and all. I explain normally. Let us see first. Sir, I recorded such transaction with extra amount. So company transactions are more. So it affects profit. Okay, there is some sort of fake expenditure, but normally organization will believe with that it is genuine, and because of that it shows what, ma? Impact on a profit by reducing it. When the profit is reducing, is the financial statement affected? Yes, affected. Same affect material or immaterial. If it is material, it really affects. So, and if it is immaterial, for example, employee 800 rupees during the 1 year, it is less material. Okay. Then what is the loss? Whom again, whom 6 years. Now they will happy or they will cry. They will cry. That's the case. Okay. They are very sad. Sir, including what, ma? Fictitious payments. Okay. What is this? Sir, actually there is no client at all. Okay. Or if there is a client, taken client for Silver Cup using what, ma? 500. But to Rapido, I said how much, ma? 100. But in reality, this cab belongs to my friend. Okay. And he sent the car for free. Now how much it, ma, again? Is it incurred? Earlier we incurred some amount and we increased the amount of expenditure. Here we have not incurred any expenditure, but we are recording it. Is it genuine? No. Okay. Next, this and all. Say now, sir, immediate requirement of extra labor. Basically, sir, paid 5 workers for each, but paid 10 workers on each. Sir, in this case, I don't want labor at all. Not required at all. Okay. But I am telling that I required. And I'm telling that I paid. Actually not paid. Okay, that's the case. Now, even in this case also same. Sir, in our earlier case, what we have done, ma? We filled a fuel of 100 liters and we recorded for 120. So we increased expenditure. But in this case, what, ma? Fuel not at all required. But we are getting fake invoices from the fuel station. If we are giving some sort of amount, they may give some sort of bills. Okay, they are also having some sort of ways to give. Okay, this you can see practically. You know it. Next. Sir, even all the cases also affect what, ma? Cash lost, and same will affect on the financial statements. Even though transaction is not incurred, who is eating the entire amount? In earlier he ate just 500, now he ate entire 1500. Okay, as it is a fictitious transaction and all. Next, same effect. The first, I have recorded such a cash transactions. Are they incurred or fictitious? Fictitious. The automatic expenditure is more, it affects the profit, and what is the amount? Profit is getting reduced, and our financial statements are affected. They are wrong. If the amount is material, it affects. And again, who will cry, ma? Again, users. Okay. And there is one more most important technique called teaming and ladding. What is that, ma? Teaming and ladding. What is this, sir? Okay. Basically, I will show you the example. The first case. What is that, ma? Ramesh is due for us 3000. He paid 3000. But I am the employee. I need 1000 for IPL betting. So I will take 1000 from him. Normally, I will give the invoice for 3000. He will be fine and he will leave it. While recording, I will record only 2000 and I will take 1000 in my pocket. Basically, next Raju will come to the shop. He's also our debtor. He's due how much, ma? 3000. He will pay 3000. Now, of this 3000, I will adjust 1000 to whom, Ramesh. Okay, and again there is a deficit. Next, some other customer, that is Rakesh. He's how much due, ma? For example, 3000. Now this 1000 deficit is there. Now I adjusted Ramesh. Now I'll adjust to whom, Raju. Okay, let us go with this proper presentation. See. So how much he paid ma? Actually he paid 3000 to us. But I recorded 2000 and I ate 1000. This guy gave how much ma? He gave 3000. But I will record only 2000 and 1000 I will adjust to him. Okay. And again same for example, I will record 2000. So this guy also gave, I'm giving 3000 for example. There can be scenarios, different amounts, but I'm adjusting. So this is nothing but what my teaming and the ladding. Initially, the first debtor gave to 3000 to us. From that, we 8000. We kept 1000 aside. Next, what will happen, ma? Next, other customer gave 3000 for his clearing debt. So I will record only 2000 and I will adjust here 1000. Again, adjustment, again, adjustment. Finally, at the end, I will get the amount from somehow. Sir, during this entire time, I'm using the money of organization. Is it mine or organizations? Am I having right to use? No. I should not use the money of an organization. It is also wrong. This is nothing but teaming and ladding. So these are the basic fundamentals which I am giving you clarity from the starting stage itself. In the future, when we are going through these concepts and all, I will not repeat these things again and again. Okay. Next. Sir, if these things, teaming and ladding happens at the year end, what will happen, ma? So 1000 amount is not at all properly recorded. Okay. If it happens before year end, no issues. Normally, no issues. But if they are preparing some sort of interim financials, it will affect. Okay. This is the case. Next, if the same happens at the year end, how it is the case, ma? Ramesh account not recorded with the full amount. So automatically debtor. We see Ramesh debtor. Debtor here it is not properly recorded. Sir, this is forming what of what ma? Current ratio. The current ratio is used by whom ma? Supplier. Supplier is using the current ratio to identify whether we are having repayment capability or not. Okay. And automatically by making this assessment, you'll take improper decision. Okay. This is the case. Before year end, the about interim financial statements that I said. Next. This is not required. So finally, when employee was involved in a fraud, he or she will try to cover it. How they will cover it, ma? Basically by passing actual entries. Huh? So fraud chesa అని చెప్పుకుంటారు. Sorry. Has I done fraud? Will I tell that I have done fraud? No. So they will pass what, ma? Fraudulent entries or fictitious entries. So these are fictitious. For example, in the example cases, I have seen that there is no requirement of fuel at all, but we have shown that we required fuel. We recorded it. Okay, actually it's not incurred. Okay, that's the case. Now, what is the next one, ma? Asset misappropriation. Sir, this is asset misappropriation. So second part of employee fraud. Okay, sir, mainly it is related to stock. In the organization, employee may take stock amount in a very minute level daily. Okay, daily if he's taking only one stock and all, for end of the year, it will become some 250 items. It. Initially, day by day, only one item. We may be feeling that only one item, let us leave them. But at the year end, it is around 250 items. Okay, let us see with the example. Okay, stock actually purchases how much cages? Smart 20,000 cages. But actually, there is an employee called Hashu. An employee daily enters the storeroom during that to what ma lunch time for eating. Okay, he will eat entire his lunch and all. Empty box is filled with what ma? Badam and even some badam in his pockets. So finally, he succeeded in taking how many cages, ma? Daily, he's doing the same thing. Daily in pockets, in lunchbox. To combinedly, he has managed to take 50 cages of badam. Next, immediately, what he will do, ma? He will start his own shop. Okay, so we are selling online sales of badam. Sir, normally he can do it. He can go for sales and all. But is it purchased from his own money or taken from the organization? Taken from the organization with permission or without permission? Without permission. This is nothing but theft. Nothing but what, ma? What is this? Asset misappropriation. Whose assets? Organization assets. Okay. So let us see this. Now, basically, we felt that this is the person who has done that. So we killed that. But in reality, the employee is the person. Okay, he made these things. Okay. Now, if you recall, go with the records and all, purchased how much more 20,000, used how much more 19,500. Okay, but so balance how much more 500 kgs, but same mentioned in balance sheet basically. But in reality, the how many kgs we employ at ma 50 kgs he has taken. There is a deficit of 50 kgs. But for example, our organization has no physical verification of stock. Then it is really great. Okay. So one second ma charge like connect and all. So now we shall go with the other part ma. Is it clear? If it is clear, we shall go with the other part. Sir, there is no physical verification of stock. Then because of this, what will happen ma? Sir, what is actual stock? The closing stock shown in trading and P&L account is normally they are showing how much ma 500, but in reality it should be shown for 450. They have not taken 50 into account. Okay, because of this, stock is presented in trading account and balance sheet. Both are wrongly stated. When both are wrongly stated, automatically what is the effect ma? Financial statements are wrong, and we take decisions on them. Our decisions are wrong. Okay, this is a case of mainly if assets are misapproved, what is the effect? So it affects what ma? Stock in trading account, and it affects gross profit, and it affects the profit, and finally it shows a profit effect. Same case also. Okay. Now, so next, so it affects our financial statements, and automatically who are affected by our financials, the users are affected. So finally, we are going with the fictitious entries. Okay, he will cover them, and not all else. No entries are passed. That's the case. So the video is having some issue. So now finally we are done with the employee fraud. Employee fraud is done. Everything is fine. Okay. Now we are going with what type of fraud? Management fraud. Sir, will the management also involve in fraud? Definitely, they will involve fraud. What is the case of fraud? Sir, management either wants to increase the income or decrease the income. Sir, they want to increase the income to increase the share price, to maintain the share price. The profit is more, automatically their share price will definitely get in a positive effect. Sir, if they want to suppress, that is tax dues, they want to have a tax dues and all, they'll go with suppression of income. Okay, so how to do that we shall see more fastly without any delay. Okay, so basically these are the guys. Basically, they are paying more tax. They are feeling very happy, but in reality, will you want to pay? Are you willing to pay more tax? Definitely no. So as you definitely know, management will be not be having any money to pay tax basically. Okay, so what is the reason? Normally, you are done with GST or basics of DT and all. That will be very similar to these things. Okay, first, why management? The very first thing is what reduction of tax dues. Okay, that's the case. Next, sir, or cut the taxes. Ways to reduce tax. What are the ways, ma? Simply increase the expenditure or increase the depreciation or make some dummy salary payment is done. If these things are done, automatically our expenditure will increase, our profit automatically will be reducing, and we will pay tax or lesser amount. That can be case. In the scenarios, fraudulent financial reporting. What financial reporting, ma? It is genuine or fraudulent? It's a fraudulent financial reporting. That too done by whom? Management. What are the things they can do? First thing is that either debiting to P&L account with more expenses or more depreciation or provisions. Even they can treat capital expenditure as revenue expenditure and increasing salary expenditure. These can be the reasons. Okay. So or else to maintain share price, they'll increase the profit. So to increase the profit, they are having good options. So what are the next amount? To invite whom? To welcome whom? The prospect investors. Because if they are having more profits and all, definitely they get attracted to our business. Okay, that's the basic part. Nothing is free basically. Okay, in our Telugu there is a famous term double urke rao. In English there is nothing but nothing is free. This R is very famous. Okay, it is not. So whom we are welcoming? Income tax department is welcoming. Okay, so we are welcoming income tax department. Sir, when income tax department comes to us, sir, I am a very genuine person, but I'm wearing a t-shirt of 420. In reality, I'm a 420. But will I tell that, sir, I have done fraud? Okay, I suppressed the profits and I increased the expenditure. Will I tell that part? No, never. Will never mention that. So even though I am like this brand, example brand, or even though like this, but how I will try to appear more like this genuine person. Okay, to do these things, I will go with the options. Either same fraudulent or a fictitious entries. See, results of management fraud. What is impact? The summary. Books of accounts are incorrect. financial statements are incorrect, automatically our financial statements are affected, and if the amount is material, it affects. Now, six users, not six users, ma, five users, because management themselves they are doing fraud. Okay, that's the point. Next, sir, basically error is what, ma? An unintentional mistake in financial statements. Sir, fraud we have gone through. It can be employee fraud or management fraud. Whatever the fraud, effect is common. Okay, next error is what, ma? So same impact. So whether it is fraud or error, whatever the case, ma, basically impact on the financial statement is same thing. Okay. So for example, sales, how much is the amount? 10 lakhs. We have recorded how much, ma? 1 lakh or 1 crore. Profit got down by a drastic part. And if here we are increasing more sales, then even then also profit got up. So normally whether it is getting up or getting less, whatever the case may be, is it affecting our financials or not? Definitely financial statements are affected. Okay. Now if you go further, the financial statements are they reliable? No, they are not reliable. Okay, that's the case. Next, again, who are getting affected? Ma, users. Sir, whether fraud or error or a misstatement is there because of these things, employee fraud or management fraud, the financial statements are misstated, the users are getting affected. The number may be reducing. If management is itself doing fraud, they will not rely on that. Okay, that's the case. Next. So simply, users cannot rely on the financial statements prepared by the entity. So there is a concept basically separate legal entity. Okay, and also in the case of companies, management is different. Who are investors are different. Okay, so investors are investing money and management is managing the organization. They may be eating also. Okay, so in this case, when there's some sort of things, so they are not having confidence on the management. What they will do, ma? So users asked management whether financial statements are correct. What they will tell, ma? Sir, we are of the brand new sons of Satya Harishchandra. We will not do any fraud. We are very genuine. Fraud is not at all known to us. What is meaning of fraud? In reverse, they will ask us. If the management is doing, will they inform to you, ma? No. Sir, if employee is doing, will it if will he take a board that I have done fraud, please catch me? Will he inform you? No. They both also same. See, management. Okay, let us now assume that management is honest. But what if employees? Same. Management is not aware of these things now. They will tell out more. Sir, everything is fine. But in reality, employee has done fraud. He covered it either by fraudulent transactions or by fictitious transactions. Okay. No, financial statements are not reliable either because of management fraud or employee fraud. This is the case. So now we are welcoming Huma, the legend, the legend, the legend, the legend. Who is that legend? You are the heroes. You are the upcoming auditors. You are the heroes. Okay. The hero is nothing but is that guy, ma? What do you say there? Where? On your face. It's your face, ma. In the future, you are going to become the auditors. The future auditors. You are the auditors who are ruling the entire world. Okay. So where, sir? You guys. This guy is a CA or a CMA, cost auditor or a chartered accountant. Chartered auditor, that's the case that can be. So auditors are most important. Sir, finally, you are very important. Your profession is at most important. Audit and ethics. Auditing and ethics. You know, sir, basically, auditor is very important. Hero is legend. Is it clear? So the feeling, sir. Users compel management to appoint a person with expert what knowledge, ma? Accounting and auditing knowledge, and shows high level of independence. Is it low level or high level? High level of independence. Is it clear, ma'am? So read the statement. Users compel the management to appoint a person with expert accounting or auditing, both expert in accounting and auditing. Okay. So knowledge and also shows what level of independence. High level of independence. Independence is most important. Okay. Alter means independence. Independence means alter. Because in reality, in the future, you may be knowing what is independent and all. That's the case. So independence should not be relying on his cannot be. So for example, if you are entering a transaction, the transaction should be very genuine. That's the basic part. And also, if you are appointed as an auditor and all, you should not go for your own benefits because based on your patients and your report, n number of guys are taking decisions. So you should be very good or perfect or independent. Okay. Next, CMA, hero enters the company, that is nothing but auditor, and does what my auditing and gives what my assurance to users. Okay, that it is okay about the correctness of financial statements and also to rely on, we can rely. It's a basic part. Sir, so who is entering? My auditor is entering, and what is he doing? My auditing and giving what my assurance. At the starting point, I said A and A. A and A. Auditor does auditing and gives assurance. A and A stands for auditing and assurance. Assurance is nothing but confidence. To whom? To users. Buddies, I'm here. Okay, I have done the audit properly and I've seen everything clearly. And to my knowledge, everything is fine. You can use this. This is a level of confidence given by the auditor to the users. Okay. Now, so what is meant by auditing? Auditing is independent examination of financial information of an entity, irrespective of size, nature, or in what form, and to express an opinion regarding true and fair view of financial statements. I'm reading the definition again. Independent examination. Is it covered or not? Yes. Of what ma? Financial statements not. It's a financial information of an entity, irrespective of size and nature, its order and form. Okay. In order to form what ma? An opinion regarding the true and fair view of financial statements. Okay. Next, what is assurance? Nothing but it is confidence given by the auditor to the users that it is okay, the financial statements are safe, you can rely on them, you can take the decisions on them. Okay. Next, auditing is what, ma? Nothing but independent examination of financial information. What is this financial information, sir? Books of accounts. They are very important. From the books of accounts itself, financial information is statements are prepared. Sir, I should not go with financial statements. I should go with the books of accounts. Okay. So now let us see. This is the entire transaction flow. I'm repeating again. Sir, here earlier I have not mentioned the documentary evidence. See there, ma. So this documentary evidence is nothing but the financial information. Sir, if when you enter an organization, they may give the financial statements. Is it required to you? You are having both accounting and auditing expertise knowledge. You can read them. But on what basis they are prepared, that is important. Books of accounts are the basis for financial statements. And for the financial statements, for books of accounts, what is the base mark? Documents, that is invoices. Okay. So normally when a hero enters, what is the feeling? Fans, very happy, super, they will get excited. And what about this? Same. When you enter, also the same feeling for the users. So God entered, God mode, alpha mode. Okay. So you are auditor now. Really, you are having a key role in organization, basically. Okay. So you are appointed as auditor. 6 users will be having peace of mind. Their feeling will be very happy. Abba, we are can have a peaceful sleep because boss is there looking for us. He's checking for us. He will check it perfectly and he will do the work perfectly and I will check it. If something is going wrong, he will inform us. Okay, that is the feeling of users. Next, sir, A and A nothing but auditing and assurance. Okay, next, sir, normally I'm going with the real examples. In olden days, the scope of business is very less. Okay, as the scope of business is very less, the auditor, this auditor ma, is sorry. So this is the owner, this is the auditor, and this is the accountant. If the accountant is still in a transaction, the auditor will hear them. Basically, small business. As it is a small business, they are just listening. But in the near future, just hearing. Audit means nothing but audir. There's a word called audir, which means to hear. That is a Latin word, basically. Okay. But now the scope of business. See the number of counters maintained. 19. Number of transactions. If you're going on Saturday and Sunday, done, finish. There only you will stay there itself. You can take cot, sleep there until your clearance is arriving and all. So such a trush, such a number of transactions entered. Even now, Alter is going to the DMart. Okay, one store. There is one store, and he's going there and sitting. Please tell the list of transactions. If he keep on hearing, it will take years to audit. It is impossible. So it is not at all possible to listen all the crores of transactions. So now So what is the flow of transaction? Can you repeat? Based on first journal, next ledger, trail balance, and financial statements. And what is the base for journal? Documentary evidence is nothing but invoices. Now what is it? Has to verify each and every journal entry. Auditor has to verify each and every journal. How he will verify? Base. What is the base? What is the base? The base. The base. These are the documentary evidences which are the base for the journals. Okay, so they will be compared by the auditor. He will check whether okay, he will take invoice. He will go with the basic verification whether date is it into the accounting period or not, and is the bill genuine or not. If there will be some sort of GST numbers, he will be verifying that basically. It is olden days normally because basics are now even few organizations are going with the basic physical copies and all. So for them this is applicable. Okay. No. Then what is the process? The process of verification each and every transaction with the supporting documentary evidence is nothing but auditing. What is it, ma? For a transaction, whether there is supporting documentary evidence is there or not, he will check it. He will satisfy. Then he'll feel happy. Okay. If he's happy, we are happy. Okay. We in the sense users. There's nothing but watching. Next, examining entry and journal entries supporting documentary evidence is the case. Next, what, ma? From journal to there is something called to ledger. We are transferring or not. There is nothing but posting. Okay. So I'm telling the techniques, watching. Okay. Documentary evidence to journal. Next, what, ma? From journal to ledger, it's posting. From ledger to trail balance is nothing but what is it, ma? Casting. Whether these all three things are done correctly or not, that will be checked by whom? Auditor. Okay. Next, these are the techniques. Documentary evidence journal, that is watching. From journal to ledger, it is posting. From there, it is casting. There it will be trail balance. So they're correct or not? Are they correctly done or not? Okay. So now, one among you will go for audit basically. Then the client will give what, ma? He will give the financial statements. Okay. Or else he will give what buddies financial statements. Will you feel happy? What is your mode, ma? Super. What to do? Reject them. Not fully rejection. You ask for something. What is it, ma? What is the base for these financial statements, books of accounts, and invoices? You ask for them. Okay. So you ask for food. You ask for money. No. What will ask, ma? We will ask for books of accounts and the supporting documentary evidences. Okay. Order then automatically he'll perform all these techniques. Watching, posting, and casting. These things will be performed, and he'll form a conclusion and he will give an opinion. Okay. And this is expressed to whom? Users of financial statements in the form of audit report. Okay. What are you doing, auditors? What you do, ma? Forming and expressing an opinion on whom bodies. 1 second, ma. Forming an opinion on what, ma? Financial statements by using what, ma? Financial information regarding whether they are true or true and fair. Okay. This is known as what, buddy? This is a primary objective. Okay. And what is the secondary objective, ma? Detection of fraud and error. Okay, basically. Okay. So this is a basic fundamental part regarding auditing and all. So objective behind appointment of auditor is what, ma? Basically he will give an opinion. That is whether true and fair. And sometimes he will go for a detection of frauds and errors. That is secondary objective. But detection is the primary objective of management. The management cannot do all the things. They may go for appointment of internal auditor, basically. Okay, this is a brief summary of auditing, ma. So first, basically where it started, ma. Our discussion started there somewhere long ago, where we started, buddy, with the introduction part. Okay, sir. But for before going to these topics and all, we should be having a brief idea what auditor is doing, what is the importance of auditor, when the importance of auditor will be arising, what he will do. Okay, what is the need of him? First basic part is invoice. From the invoice, books of accounts are drafted. From the books of accounts, financial statements are prepared. These financial statements are used by users. Okay, when they are using, if they are genuine, safe. If they are not genuine, gone. They may be employee fraud or management fraud. Whoever done the fraud, but who is getting affected by users? To protect them, who is there? Auditor is there. Will do independent examination. Okay, Is it clear? And he'll give some sort of report in which there will be opinion. By seeing his opinion, we will go for some conclusions. This is a basic fundamental part of auditing. If you are clear with these basic fundamentals, it will be very clear to you, very peaceful to you. Okay. Thank you, Ma. Signing out. Bye bye.